All right, welcome to video 4. We're here!
Yay! Hey, first let's do a quick recap of everything that you've learned so far in this video series.
Okay, so in video 1, you learned the 5 whopping mistakes that most single women make in their love life, and you heard about our intentional journey to each other. And we also shared a bit with you about our Love Breakthrough course, which we're so excited to tell you more about in just a few minutes. We've got some amazing bonuses and gifts for you if you're one of the first people to register. And if you are ready right now to get more details and register now, go ahead and just click on the hot pink button below this video.
Alright, and in video 2, you heard a lot more from the men of quality. You discovered some very common soulmate blocking beliefs and the new beliefs about men that will give you insight into how to begin to be more in alignment with soulmate love. You also learned the 3 key components to attracting soulmate love and the importance of having your beliefs and behaviors in alignment with those 3 key components. The healthy, lifelong love that you desire requires alignment in each of the 3 key areas in order to be truly successful in love.
And in video 3, you learned what real men, men of quality, secretly dream of. You learned how to turn up your soulmate love attractor factor and what it's going to take for you to have a breakthrough in your love life. And this is what we call the 5 C's. And you also saw case studies of real women, just like you, who intentionally attracted their man of quality and how they did that.
Alright, well here's our 4th video, and it's our last video in this particular video series, and we've just got an exciting lineup of just great stuff for you. So I want to encourage you to, print out that handout, pull up your journal, pull up a chair, have some tea. We're going to have a lot of fun in this, and I guarantee you're going to have some incredible breakthroughs and ahas in this because we've just packed a lot of stuff in here. So pull up a chair and let's have some fun here. First is going to be the number 1 mindset that you'll want to take on to attract the love and the life of your dreams.
And we're also going to share with you more exciting details about our Love Breakthrough course. And you're also going to learn, finally today, the real reason you're single, and it's not what you think.
And we've got some final words, really uplifting and empowering words from the men of quality. They're speaking directly to you and really just more than ever, just coming from their heart. They got a special message for you. So you want to be here with us through the whole time. We're so happy that you're here. Lots to share. Let's get going.
Okay, so here is the number 1 mindset you're going to want to just take on, like put it on like a sweater. And this is what you're going to want to take on to attract the love and the life of your dreams. You ready? Got your pencil poised? Here it is. Be a rebel. Become a rebel. Think differently. This is what it's going to take, my sister, to live that extraordinary life and to attract that extraordinary love that you long for. You do not want to think like the masses do. The masses are miserable. They are sitting around being programmed and brainwashed by silly TV shows, popular movies, and well-meaning but clueless friends that send the message that lifelong, committed, monogamous love just isn't possible. Forget that. Raise your standards for yourself. Raise your expectations for yourself and your life. You deserve more. Most women have been taught to just sit back and just wait on their life. Wait for luck. Wait for chance. Wait for destiny. No! What do you want to do, girlfriend? You want to grab the steering wheel of your love life, of your entire life. And don't leave it to fate or chance or destiny. Your destiny is determined by your decisions and your actions that you make. Nobody else makes them for you. That you make on a daily, consistent, and committed basis. As a rebel, you do your very best not to care what others think. Be loud and be proud of your strong intention to attract your extraordinary love and your extraordinary life. This is what it's going to take to stand in your feminine power and get anything that you desire in your life. As a rebel, you don't subscribe to the fairy tale conditioning of this society, that your fairy godmother is going to sprinkle her fairy dust and Prince Charming is just going to come and rescue you if you just sit on the couch, do nothing, and wait long enough. No way. You want to be your own fairy godmother and start doing the work to bring your beliefs and behaviors into alignment with that extraordinary love, with expert mentoring and guidance, and that would be me and Johnny, and you won't be able to keep your beloved away from you. Now let's hear from these men of quality what they have to say about really just loving women who are really in their power, and though they don't use the word rebel, they are rebels.
I don't think there's some magic secret about how all men are and what a good man is going to do. I think the trick is knowing what you want, and a good man will either fit into that or not, and you'll be able to recognize it, most importantly.
I traveled a lot in India, and for some reason this moment sticks out a lot. There was a time I went to one of the biggest cities in India called Mumbai, and I had to get from a kind of a rural area to the main city. And so I went to take their public train system. So I went to the station, and I saw the car pull up that I was about to get on. And it was like this car was not metal. It was like it was a lung. It was like moving and pulsing because there were so many people on it. It was so packed that it was like alive. There was no way that I was going to get on this car. Like, people were hanging on the side, like with one foot on, and it was that packed.
Wow.
And so I'm like, oh my God, well, this must be some fluke. I'm going to wait for the next car. Next car, same thing. Next car, same thing. By the time the fourth car arrived, I'm like, I'm going to be late for what I'm going to. I am going to get on this freaking train. And so I got on. I literally had like half of my sandal of one foot on, and I was hanging by my hand the other one. Poles are flying by me as we start going. Like, I felt like I was near death. Now, the reason I mention this is that for those people on that train, that was a daily ride to work. That was completely normal. That had become normalized to them, this level of discomfort and, squished in and like kind of risk. And for me, coming from the American culture where like that wouldn't exist. There'd be no way that would, like, someone would get more trains, or, there's standards that we have about that. Mm-hmm. And it sometimes relates to that, I think, about relationships, is what standards do you have? Are you willing to accept the train that is packed and full and like really uncomfortable, and because that's all you think that you can have? Or do you have a standard that relationship is meant to be spacious and clean? And, I'm using the train metaphor here, but if that's your standard, you will refuse anything that's less than that. And so I think part of it is actually claiming I have a right to have a really phenomenal relationship. And so anyone who doesn't fit that bill, great. They can find someone else. I know the right person's out there for me.
Yeah. And this is what we call raising your vibration.
Were you looking for a relationship when you got together?
Actually, no, I wasn't. That reminds me, when I put up my profile, it was because my dating profile, it was because I was just looking for someone to pass time with, just a date here, date there. I really just wanted to focus on, building myself and, acquiring things. And she told me, after our first conversation, she told me, look, I like you. I think you like me too. You need to strike while the iron's hot. Yeah, and it didn't really matter that I was looking for something else. You know, if I wanted to be with her, then, you know, I better jump on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was moving slow at the time.
And was she, would she, I don't know if you had a conversation about like this date here and date there. Did she say, oh, that's fine with me? Or was she saying something else?
No, it was more like I wanted to, you know, just see her every now and then. Or before I knew her, before I really experienced her, I was telling her what I was looking for. And, you know, I just wanted to date every now and see you next week. But no, she let me know that wasn't happening. And, yeah, I like you. If you like me, let's do this. Now, it was, you know, conviction. It was direct. It was intense fire, you know.
All right, let's talk about the real reason you're still single. You know, the real reason that you're still single may be that you're subscribing to the myth that you just need to get out there more. That's what it is. So you just need to kiss 100 frogs to get your prince. And no, that's not the case here. The truth is you actually want to get in more. What do I mean by getting in more? You want to do the inner work. You want to explore and change your beliefs and behaviors around yourself, your beliefs and behaviors about yourself, your beliefs and behaviors about men, and about love and relationships. That is what's going to change your destiny. So that's the second reason that you're still single. And the thing is that you may be saying, well, Laura, I am getting in more. I've been doing all the meditation retreats. But here's the deal. That kind of inner work is great, and I'm a big fan of, you know, meditation retreats and workshops and growing yourself. I've done it myself. But the problem is that it's usually too general. And so most of those meditations and retreats that you call inner work, which are great, they're not focused around your beliefs and behaviors about yourself, men, and love and relationships. So what you want to do is get more specific and focused in those three areas. So you want to open up that part of you so you can be generally happier, which is great, but that part of you that is really just a magnet for soulmate love. So again, what you want to do is shift and change your beliefs and behaviors around yourself, men, and relationships. And you're going to watch your whole self-fulfilling prophecy start to become a positive one. And from that place, your whole life is going to change for the better. We have clients that once they commit to the program and to themselves at a whole deeper level, what happens is that everything starts to get better. One of the first things they often see is that their finances start to open and expand and become more abundant. Because, and why is that? Why would that, seemingly two different areas of their life, why would that have an effect? Because they showed the universe that they matter. By investing in themselves, the universe can then pour down blessings that they didn't even know they could receive before. So the whole life starts to shift. And once your life starts to shift for the better and you start to see the changes, what happens is you will come from a place when the time is right where you will feel internally guided to get out there more. And getting out there more is different for everybody. And you want to get out there more when the time is right. But if you're getting out there more with the same old beliefs and behaviors that you've had about yourself, about men, and about relationships, what's going to happen is you're going to attract the same old type of men, type of relationships as you have in the past. Your beliefs and behaviors become the self-fulfilling prophecy of your life. So you want to shift them, and shift them with a guide and a mentor who has been down the same old path that you're going right now, and who can show you and has been showing others for years how to do it. So again, the key is not to get out there more. The key is to get in more with guidance and with an expert mentor that will help you. And in a community of support with like-minded people who are on the same path as you are. You do you, girlfriend. You do you. You start to shift your beliefs and behaviors and start to really just see yourself as the source of all of your experiences, and that's the fairy dust that we've been talking about. That's where you become your own fairy godmother, and magic and miracles can occur for you.
All right, well, we said that today was a day that we're going to share the exciting details of our Love Breakthrough Telecourse. Now, the details are exciting. May not be exciting, but it's eye-opening to really realize that you are tired of being single. The exciting part is that something can be done about that. It's also exciting when you're ready to affirm in a bold and strong way that you don't just want any relationship. You want an extraordinary relationship and an extraordinary life.
Now, you may not be excited about getting out there and going to singles events and online dating and speed dating and stuff like that. And if you're not excited about that, great. That's great. That's not what we're encouraging you to do right now. If you're not excited about that, we're going to show you how to skip all of that and go right to the good stuff.
Now, you may have found that you have been attracting the same guy over and over again. Same guy, different body, slight change of window dressing. But you're really starting to get at a whole new level that your beliefs and your behaviors have something to do about that, have something to do with that. And you're ready to specifically address that and how those beliefs and behaviors, especially about yourself, affect everything around you, including that pattern of attracting that same guy again and again and again. So, good to know that something can be done about that, right? So you're ready to stop trying to figure out on your own, wasting time, wasting money, wasting heartache. You're ready to stop inching along, hoping it'll get better. And then year after year seeing it's not getting much better.
All right, so by now you are also ready for your breakthrough. You've been watching these videos, taking notes, doing, the note-taking. You've printed out the worksheets, you've journaled, you've really been taking in everything that we've shared with you. You've heard from these men of quality. You've learned in all of these videos about what has been holding you back from the next step in your life, and you're ready for that breakthrough. And by now, after this, after watching these videos, that you just can't do it alone. That hasn't been working for you, going about this process alone without guides. And so let Johnny and I be your guides. Let us be your love mentors. That's what you're at the point of making a decision here, is to allow us to help you. Help us to help you.
Yeah.
Because you know that it's time to have that breakthrough so you can move forward in your love life in a step-by-step plan. Not just hope, not just someday, but a plan to get you where you want. So you're ready for this breakthrough, and you've realized that you want a community, that you want like-minded people, that you want a plan and expert guidance. And that is what our Love Breakthrough course is all about.
There's something in you. There's a spark. There's a spark of desire for something else, for something different than the masses. They're fine with just meandering around and having mediocre relationships and no relationships at all. But there's a spark in you that says there's something more that's possible for me. There's more that's available for me, and it just is eluding me. It's getting by somehow. I'm not able to get there. It's like you're standing there watching through the window, and you're not able to go through that window. Well, come on over through the window. We have a special door and show you what's going on over here. The Love Breakthrough course is a place for you to realize that spark, to begin that getting in touch with on a whole new level, that part of you that says there's more available for me. There's more love that's available for me that I want and that I want to share. Nurture that spark. Believe in that spark. I had that spark. I still have that spark. Laura had that spark. All of our clients that have attracted the love and life of their dreams, they had that spark too, just like you have. And now it's time to do something about that. Now it's time to nurture that, fan that flame, take that next step. Join us in the Love Breakthrough Program. You'll see a hot pink button down there. You can just click on that button below and be magically transported through cyberspace to our information and enrollment page where you can nurture that spark, commit to the program, commit to your best life. If you've gotten anything out of this Men of Quality video series, you ain't seen nothing yet. Our Love Breakthrough courses are the foundation for an extraordinary life, an extraordinary love, the love that you deserve.
After working with hundreds and hundreds of women from all walks of life, helping them step into their power and attract the man of their dreams, we decided to put the consciousness shifting and life-changing work into your hands right now. In 1 month together, here's what we're going to do. Week 1, you're going to wash that man right out of your hair and work in a soulmate love treatment. Week 2, turn on the good love and good life magnet and be the woman of your dreams. And in week 3, we're going to go over new you, and the new rules to new relationships. You're going to create a new normal in your life. And in week 4, we're going to show you how to keep your soulmate vibration high.
We said we'd share exciting details, and it is exciting. First, the Love Breakthrough Telecourse is a full-month telecourse program that you can access from any place in the world at any time. If you've got a phone or internet connection, you can be part of this course. Second, in this course, you're going to have instant access to our powerful Love Breakthrough 4 weeks of lessons delivered every week to your inbox that, again, you can access these audio lessons any place, anytime that you have an internet connection. And you can download them and listen to them on your iPod or CD whenever and wherever you want. These lessons will take you step by step in easy to digest portions and bring your beliefs and behaviors into alignment with that extraordinary love and that extraordinary life that you desire. And remember, you can listen to them again and again, so you have a resource that you can use and go deeper each time. Not only that, but you'll have live weekly access to us for calls to ask questions about the material, how to apply it in your life, and to your particular situation right now. You'll also get the opportunity to hear other women in the program and their questions, their ahas, so that you can support one another and celebrate each other's new awarenesses and new breakthroughs. Those calls are also recorded and delivered in your inbox for easy access and repeated listening so you can go deeper and get more out of them each and every time. Now, speaking of connecting, you'll also have membership in our online global community of women who are in this course with you, so that you can, again, connect and support and celebrate each other and ask us questions as well. Just reading about other women's success and struggles, questions, and our answers to those questions can help you open up to new beliefs and behaviors that you never even realized had been holding you back in the past.
So you may be asking, does this really work? Will you have breakthroughs in your love life, in your beliefs and behaviors? Will you ever? I mentioned how we did this course last year and how we're just this weekend, just coming up, we're going to the wedding of a woman who took that course, and the breakthroughs there were her first step toward her total life transformation. So let's hear right now what some other women said about their experience in the Love Breakthrough course and what they got out of it. This is from Peggy in San Jose, California. The Love Breakthrough course really is helping me move forward in areas I haven't been able to move to before. The shifts have been very gentle and loving. It's like Jack Frost on the Santa Claus movie. I can just feel my heart melting. The many decades and beyond of putting up the Great Wall around me, I'm happy to say I'm much more relaxed about what's happening compared to what I had anticipated. I have total faith that all will be fine. I've never fully experienced that for myself before. And this is Anonymous, who's in California. In the online global community, this is what she shared. Oh boy, excitement! I listened to the recording of the class today. Oh my gracious, what an amazing call. I just finished my love activation journaling from today's class. Talk about empowering. And this comes from Anonymous again in Mountain View. What the Love Breakthrough course does, which is great, is to remind me that I'm not alone in making these changes and that God does want me to be happy and to be my true self. And the repetition of saying, I'm committed to finding soulmate love. And also saying, I'm committed to finding soulmate work. And basically, it's just all aspects of my life. To be aligned with my soul, which then means aligned with God and Spirit. That helps me to stay strong when the external forces in old systems have been placed otherwise.
This one comes from Doris from London, England. I wanted to say a huge thank you for the Love Breakthrough course that I've recently participated in. Before I took part in the course, I was slightly skeptical as I believed I had quote-unquote done everything to attract my soulmate into my life and that I knew everything. I was thrilled that not only to be proven wrong, but that the whole course content exceeded my limited expectations. During the time I was doing the course, several shifts happened to me, which quite unbelievably I didn't recognize at the time. For example, I felt compelled to try another church. From the very first day I attended, I immediately sensed that I should have always been attending this church. Now I have made new friends and am being invited out to lunch, picnics, etc. Now that I'm reaching out for a higher love, everything else that wasn't working in my life is feeling out of sync. So I'm stepping out onto a different path for myself. In fact, I'm going through the whole course again, and you're right. I'm discovering that there is so much more to learn after several listenings. Not only am I recognizing and exposing my self-sabotaging behavior, but my heart has finally broken open to experience and feel life and myself as I have never before. It's incredible that I once thought that my comfort zone was the only place I could be safe, and yet at the same time expand my consciousness. I have to say a huge, big thank yous again and again for being generous enough to share what you have both learned for yourselves and for believing that everyone out there, including me, deserves soulmate love. The strength and depth of your love you have for others and me is astounding. Again, that's from Doris in London, England. So what will your experience be? What will your breakthroughs be? All you have to do is show up, fully work the program, and you will have your ahas, you will have your breakthroughs. We guarantee it. We also have some amazing bonuses for you. First one, this is a limited bonus, but that is a ticket, a complimentary ticket to be our guest at our Love Breakthrough Weekend course. Now this is a more advanced course and it is sold separately, but it's our gift to you when you register now for the Love Breakthrough Telecourse. It's limited by the available seats in this live course, and it's held in the San Francisco Bay Area, easily accessible from all the major airports in the area.
Now, what's the investment for this course? What's the investment in changing the direction of your love life, your whole life? Breaking through old patterns, habits, and ways of being with men and with yourself? Well, it's less than $600. In fact, if you're within the very limited early bird special period between now and Sunday, March 8th, it's almost 50% off of that. And you'll still get the very limited bonus of the complimentary ticket to the Love Breakthrough Weekend, where you can learn with us live and in person here in the lovely San Francisco Bay Area of California. That's as long as seats are available. So you'll receive the entire live course with us and all of that for less than $350, as long as you're within that early bird special registration period that you see on the screen. Again, this is our only live group mentoring telecourse this year, so if you'd like to have proven and supportive guidance from me and Laura in this process, rather than continuing to go it alone or waiting another year to work with us, just go ahead and click that hot pink button below and you'll be taken to our comprehensive information and enrollment page where you can learn more and go ahead and enroll yourself for this course with us right now. Of course, we will accept registration after the early bird period expires. We're just offering you an almost 50% discount on this $599 course because you're watching this video right now and because your registration during this short early bird period just allows us to plan ahead a bit for everything related to the course, and it rewards you for showing up early. So women will join us later and simply pay regular price, which is still really an extraordinary value. So when does your course begin? Well, pretty much right away. On Saturday, March 14th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, that's 12 noon Eastern time, we'll be together live on the phone or webcast, your choice, for our welcome and kickoff call. That welcome call will also be recorded if you can't make it live. And on that call, we'll go over with you how you can make the most of this incredible live telecourse with us, and you'll begin to make connections with the other women in this community who will be traveling this journey with you. We'll also answer questions you may have about the beginning of the course, how to get the most out of it, all that good stuff. And then less than a week after that, your Love Breakthrough telecourse begins on Friday, March 20th.
So isn't now, right now, an excellent time to have that love breakthrough in your life? To really just finally shift those beliefs and behaviors that have in the past held you back from attracting your soulmate that you desire. Isn't it time to really just consciously and intentionally shift your beliefs and behaviors so that your self-fulfilling prophecy is one of soulmate love, is one of a life lived where your dreams do come true. You know, if this is you, Johnny and I, we would just love to work with you. This is our heart's mission. This is where we come from every day. We wake up every morning grateful that this is the purpose that we have been God-given to help single women just like you attract the life of their dreams. So really, this is your prayers that are answered. Your prayers are answered right here. If you've been here watching us on these videos and learning, these are your prayers answered for help, for support, for guidance, and for love mentoring. And we would love to see you in the Love Breakthrough program. We look forward to meeting you soon. So I encourage you to pause this video now, press the hot pink button below the video, and go ahead and handle your registration so that you can receive those limited bonuses and gifts that we talked about before they're all gone. And once you've done that, come on back to the video here, press play, and listen more to what the men of quality have to say. They have a special message for you.
Final words for you from their heart to yours. Some of them even looked directly in the camera and just said, oh, this is my message to you. You don't want to miss that. Take care of your enrollment. Let's make sure that we're secured in working together, and then come on back. We got a lot more good stuff for you.
One of the reasons for doing this interview series with you and the other men is to offer hope to that single woman, the spiritual, successful, smart single woman who is really looking for her man of quality. A woman of quality looking for a man of quality. So do you have any final words that you'd like to share, maybe something that will encourage them now and on their journey?
Absolutely. Follow your intuition. Always go with your gut. If it doesn't feel right, get the heck out.
I think I'd say it this way. Men, the category of men is a huge category. I mean, Mahatma Gandhi, Joseph Stalin, Brad Pitt, Walt Whitman, Albert Schweitzer, Ratzo Rizzo. I mean, all these are men. Mm-hmm. And to get stuck into any frame of mind where all men are this or all women are this is just so limiting. I think it is true that we magnetize people to us depending on the vibration that we're carrying. And so the question is, how can I live? How can you live so that it's just at a higher vibration? So that we're holding this possibility of this much higher level love, and that we'll start magnetizing those kinds of relationships, those kinds of experiences to us. I think there's the famous Anais Nin quote, "We don't see the world as it is, we see it as we are." And I think that's very much true with how men see women, how women see men, as we're working through trying to come up to this higher level.
What I would just say, to the women that are really looking for that next step, it's we need you. Like, speaking as a man, we need you to just drop into that fullness and that complexity. And a lot of men in your past probably have been like, you're crazy, or I can't handle that, or whatever. That's their shit. That's not yours, actually. That's the man or whoever it was not knowing who they were. And so then they have to project and externalize and victimize. But really, what calls me forth with Zoe is that she's in her power.
And I'd love to invite you to just make it so much easier for yourself by getting help from people like Johnny or Laura, who can help you actually remove the blocks and the things that are getting in your way. I know they've been able to do that for me. And to help you bring that love and that light that sometimes you probably hold back, but it's the exact thing that's going to attract the man who's looking for you.
One of the reasons for doing this interview series with you and the other men is to offer hope to the single, spiritual, smart, successful woman who's looking for her man of quality. So any final words that you'd like to share, maybe that will encourage them now and on their journey?
Yeah. I think that sometimes the shutdown voices can be super loud, so I'm going to speak for the steady, constant inner authority that's in you, because I found that in me, and it's like kind of a universal language, but it can be a lot more quiet than those like, blah, 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 you're not worth it, he's not worth it, it's never going to happen, whatever else. That you, one, are worth it, because you simply are. Matter matters, right? And you're a body, you're here, and that matters. You are worth it, and no one can take that away.
You mentioned earlier how, you met later in life, and sometimes people who are single and been divorced, like Laura and I had, or you're moving on in life, you've had other experiences, whether you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s, sometimes people think, it's too late. It's too late for love for me. All the good guys are taken, or it's too late. So what are your thoughts about that? What are your feelings about that? That it's too late if you're on in years.
Well, I kind of go back to the previous question and conversation. Is I just refuse to buy into that. It's not ever going to be part of my story. Mm-hmm. But again, that's what we as an individual have to take upon ourselves again. Mm-hmm. That responsibility to do the work, to excavate those things we might buy into. That whole toxicity on the planet, that density of despair or insecurity, It's all real. We have to honor it in ourselves, but let's move into self-care and self-love and start dissolving some of that so we can open ourselves at any age, you know, and have the maturity and the courage to stand in that fire with whoever we meet. And that can happen at 65. I mean, we all know that our heart is closed off for lots of reasons. Early wounds, there's our environment, there's our, again, the conditioning and programming that can cause lots of density, but we always have that opportunity to start removing a little bit of that, dissolving a little bit of that, but it takes dedication. That's where I feel the responsibility is on ourselves.
So one of the reasons for doing this interview series with you and other men is to offer some hope to the smart, spiritual, successful woman who is looking for her man of quality. So any other words that you'd like to share, maybe that will encourage them now on their journey?
I would say that the best thing is get advice from someone who's walked the path before, and figure out what the path is. I mean, oftentimes we just aimlessly wander around looking for what we want, but it makes sense to get it makes sense to get some knowledge about the trail you're traveling, you know what I mean? To figure out what signs to look for when you're trying to build that real soulmate relationship. Sometimes we hear voices in our heads and think, no one else is hearing them. Maybe no one is, but chances are someone has heard voices similar to yours. Who some people who've already found their connection, maybe had some of the same issues that you're having on the way to finding yours, And I think it makes sense to find people who've done it before, and who've established a track record, and who are really tapping into, maybe, hopefully I'm not changing the subject here, but tapping into spirit.
One of the reasons, of course, for doing these interviews is to offer hope to that single woman, the spiritual, successful, really smart single woman who is moving up the level of seriousness about attracting her soulmate. She's looking for her man of quality. She's looking for, someone in your, I don't want to say class or league, but you know what I mean? Someone who is a man of quality like you, Paul, and the right fit for her. Do you have any final words that you'd like to share, maybe that will encourage them now and on their journey forward?
I would just say believe it, There is someone out there for everyone, no question. It makes a big difference if you believe it, So believe it and hang out with people who believe it too, And there are men out there looking for their soulmate. I'm one of them. I'm really only looking for one person, and I've really come to the point where, in terms of friends or whatever, and flirting and all that kind of stuff, the others will get nothing. Okay. What the one that's going to be right for me is going to get everything, and the others will get nothing. Sorry, but that's the way it is. It's just that's what I want to focus on, So I believe she's out there, and I am doing what I can to look for her, and in terms of action and in terms of visualizing as well. So believe it and don't give up, because he's out there.
I feel a real bubbling, and things are percolating in terms of men wanting something, again, much more grand, much more rich. Women too, but I think men are becoming more and more available. I think they're understanding that they need more work to do. Women are diving into programs that you offer, Johnny, you and your amazing wife, and there's all sorts of accessible programs, teachers. human potential programs that are available for people to just explore this idea that we can become the grandest version of who we feel we can be. And we can do it with a partner. But sometimes we just need to cultivate that within ourselves. So for women out there, I think men are really looking for that opportunity. They're understanding what it matters to be in love, to feel love, to care for someone else. And they're not afraid now to be guided, but guided from a place that we were talking about earlier, from the heart.
Yeah.
From a place of love and nurturing and nourishing, and yet maintain that individual quality that is so important to build a relationship into something that doesn't fall into overcare or over attachment or over identity with whatever a relationship means to people. The opportunity to grow. There are men out there, I think, all over that are really opening to this.
Yeah, I think to any woman who wants to find and keep the love of their life, it's absolutely possible. You have to change your focus, you have to change the language, how you talk to yourself, and also what you think is possible, because those things are going to determine everything.
What are some final words you'd like to share with the women who are watching Our Men of Quality Do Exist?
Yeah, I think what I'd like to say to all the women who are watching this is to realize that love doesn't discriminate, right? There aren't some people that it's going to work out and some people that they're just not meant to find the love of their life. Right, that's just not true. Orna and I, we didn't meet and get married until we were over 40 years old. So we know that we had a lot of hoops, we had a lot of stuff to jump through to find each other. But once we got there, it was totally worth the journey. And that's the key. It's like love is this wonderful, expansive energy. It's available to all of us. We just have to get out of our own way. So that we can make it happen. And the stuff that Johnny and Laura are doing, the really intentional work, the inner work that they're doing is really crucial to helping you get there. Because you got to get out of your own way, and all that stuff is subconscious, and you probably don't even know what all of it is, right? So it's really about getting out of your way and stepping into who you are authentically and really showing up that way in the world, because then you're going to find what it is you really want.
One of the reasons for doing this interview series with you and other men is to offer hope to the single woman who's successful, spiritual, smart, and who is looking for her man of quality. So are there any final words that you'd like to share, maybe something that will encourage them now and on their journey?
There's a man out there aching as badly for you as you are for them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Video 4 is complete. And hey, just from my heart to yours, I just want to let you know, from both of us to you, what an honor and a joy it has been to spend hours interviewing these men of quality, to bring them into your home so you can see that there is hope. There is hope. You just have to reach for your dreams. And we look forward to supporting you in doing just that in the Love Breakthrough course, seeing you on the phone and in cyberspace, and we're just sending out love to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.